What happens when war moves closer to civilians? Stay with me, because Torah, Gospel, and Quran all speak about the value of human life and the responsibility to protect civilians. What happens when thousands gather for a rally, and suddenly an explosion shakes the city? This week, a blast rocked central Tehran in an area where large crowds had gathered for an annual pro-Palestinian rally. The explosion came after warnings that the area could become a target. In moments like this, fear spreads quickly. People ask the same question again and again. Where are the limits of war? Here's what we know. According to the Associated Press, a large explosion struck central Tehran in an area where thousands of people had gathered for a major annual rally. The rally supports Palestinian statehood and regularly draws large crowds. Reports say the explosion happened after warnings that the area could become a potential target. Authorities and media quickly began investigating what happened. Crowds dispersed. Emergency responders moved into the area. The moment immediately raised concerns about civilian safety, because when military conflict expands, civilian populations often become vulnerable. And when civilians are caught near political demonstrations or symbolic gatherings, tensions rise quickly. This moment reminds the world of a difficult reality. War rarely stays confined to battlefields. Jewish tradition places extraordinary value on human life. Deuteronomy 30:19 says, "I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose life, so that you and your children may live." And Mishnah Sanhedrin teaches a principle echoed in Jewish teaching. Whoever destroys a single life is considered as if he destroyed an entire world. In Jewish thought, protecting life is a sacred responsibility, even in times of conflict. From this perspective, the presence of civilians always demands caution, because every life carries infinite value. Christian scripture consistently emphasizes mercy. Luke 6:36 teaches, "Be merciful, just as your Father is merciful." And Matthew 26:52 offers a warning about violence. "Put your sword back in its place, for all who draw the sword will die by the sword." Christian teaching recognizes the tragic reality of conflict, but it repeatedly urges restraint. From this perspective, protecting innocent lives must remain a moral priority even during war. Islamic teachings also set boundaries in times of conflict. Quran 5-8 says, "Do not let hatred of a people lead you to injustice. Be just. That is nearer to righteousness." And Quran 2-190 states, "Fight in the way of Allah those who fight you but do not transgress." Indeed, Allah does not love transgressors. Islamic tradition emphasizes proportionality and restraint, even during conflict. From this lens, harming civilians violates core ethical principles, because justice must remain stronger than anger. Judaism teaches choosing life. Christianity emphasizes mercy and restraint. Islam commands justice even toward enemies. Three traditions. One shared message. Human life is sacred. War may exist in the world, but faith insists that even war has limits. Civilians should never become symbols. Crowds should never become targets. And fear should never replace moral responsibility. Moments like this remind us how fragile peace can be, but they also remind us how important restraint is. How do we protect life during conflict? Faith answers the same way. Through justice, through restraint, through remembering the sacred value of every life. Conflicts between nations may continue. Political disputes may intensify, but the moral question never disappears. How do we protect human life? Faith across Judaism, Christianity, and Islam agree on something important. Even in times of war, human dignity must remain sacred. When civilians gather in crowds, attend rallies, or simply live their daily lives, their safety matters. And the measure of moral leadership is not only strength, it is restraint. Here is the call to thought to carry forward. Even in conflict, choose life. If this reflection made you think, share it. If it raised questions, comment respectfully. Because while wars may divide nations, faith continues reminding humanity of something deeper. Life is sacred. Choose life.